What if I end up needing to host a large dinner party? What if I break my favorite spatula? These are the things that kept me hanging on to way too much in the kitchen for many, many years. Today, let's talk about what I've gotten by with only one of in my kitchen for the last 5 years. I only have one mixer. In fact, I got rid of all the attachments that go with it, minus the ones that I use every single day. What I didn't realize is there's actually a hook attachment for kneading dough, like for bread and pizza. I didn't realize that's what it was, and now, dang it, I wish I had not decluttered that. But that's okay. I am going to live without it, and I have lived without it. But now that I know, once this breaks down, I will keep that hook attachment because I am getting tired of kneading bread. So I don't have like a stand mixer or a KitchenAid or anything like that. I just have this one set of beaters and it's perfect. It's all I need. I only have one pie tin and I've stopped using liners. Let me know, do you do cupcake and muffin liners or do you just spray or rub butter inside? What's your little solution? I think I've been okay without the liners. I only have one serving spoon. This is one that I picked up at an antique shop. It is so imperfect, which is why I love it. Like the brass has worn off. It's really kind of scuffed, but I think that's what makes it so beautiful. So don't be afraid to have everything looking perfect. That's something that I've learned over the years, and it's just made life so much more simple, and I've stopped stressing. I only have one spatula. I used to have so many. I only have one, maybe this is called the spatula. What is this called? Are these both called spatulas? Let me know in a comment. And then I don't have like a big lineup of people helping me in the kitchen. It's really just me for the most part. So I don't need multiple people with a spatula in their hand. Again, I'm not hosting large breakfast parties. It's just me and my family. So I am considering my lifestyle and all of this. I only have one ladle. I guess I could use this in a pinch for a ladle if I needed to. And I have not ever thought I needed more than this. In fact, something that I've started doing since becoming more minimal and simplifying and decluttering is really thinking of double uses. So if for some reason something happened to this, what I would do, I will actually use one of my measuring cups in the place of a ladle. So you get really creative once you start decluttering your home and realizing you don't need all these backups. You don't need all this extra stuff. A lot of this stuff is actually kind of interchangeable, which is so nice to realize. So I also only have one set of measuring cups and one set of little measuring spoons. I think I had 4 or 5 sets of these at one point, but I had lost the 4th measure, or I'd lost the cup measure or the teaspoon, and so they were in partial sets. And I, for some reason, thought, see, I'm gonna lose these and I'm gonna be so glad that I had all these extras because clearly these can't stay together. So I just thought if I can just go down to one set, my challenge is just to keep track of it, to make sure they get put back where they go and they don't end up in the bathtub for scooping water. But I have to remember to put it back where it goes. Otherwise, I am gonna be sad when I can't find it. So what I've done is I've actually put hooks on the inside of my cupboard doors in the kitchen and they just go there. I'm lacking drawers in this kitchen. I don't have a lot of space. It's relatively small, so I like to utilize the inside portion of the cupboard as much as possible. I have one can opener. This one is rusted. Does that mean I need to throw it away? Start again? Do you think it's still good? I feel like every single time I put that in the dishwasher, it rusts over. I have one peeler. This is maybe the only thing out of all of this stuff that I'm showing you today that I would love to have another one of. I hate peeling potatoes. I feel like it slows down dinner so much and it's easy for someone to help you do that. So I think I would love to have another potato peeler just for family dinner night. I only have one pizza cutter. I've replaced this a few times over the last few years as they've gotten broken. So I invested in a nicer one. I don't know, we're really hard on our pizza apparently, but I also cut sandwiches and pancakes and waffles for my kids with this, my 5-year-old at least. All right, I only have, I have 2 cheese graters. I have one smaller one and one larger one. So one of different sizes. And I feel like I could probably get away with decluttering one of them. Let me see if I can find the other one. You guys can help me decide. Well, I can't find it, which means maybe I already decluttered it and this is what I'm left with, which is fine with me. I could have sworn I had the one with the handle on top that's better for grating large volumes of cheese. This is good for like Parmesan. I don't know where that other one is. I think I might have gotten rid of it. I have one whisk. Never have I needed more than one of these. Here is my one and only pie dish. I talked recently about how I got rid of this gorgeous Williams Sonoma deep dish ceramic pie pan, and that has been one, and I don't have many, one of the regrets of things that I have decluttered. I recently looked it back up online to see how much it was to replace it. It's $100. So darn it, that is gone. I am not going to replace it. That's too expensive. And that one works fine. It's just not as good for pot pies and apple pie, but that's okay. Often, fearing that we're gonna get rid of something and regret it later is the thing that really holds us back from getting rid of anything at all or beginning the journey or the process of decluttering. The fact is, you will regret getting rid of some things. And that's just something that you can have confidence in. And so instead of going into a decluttering project really shaky, really uncertain, go in with confidence saying, I know I'm gonna regret a couple things. It's not gonna be many, but I will for sure benefit from getting rid of a volume of my stuff, whether it's half your stuff, a quarter of your stuff, whatever it is. In fact, a couple of you in the comments recently were like, why would you declutter anything if you know for a fact that you're gonna end up having regrets? That's so incredibly wasteful. I will tell you right now, the benefits of living a more simplified life far outweigh the feeling of regret of getting rid of that $100 pie pan. Yes, I'd love to have it back in a perfect world, but I'm functioning fine in my kitchen without it. So don't ever let that hold you back or stop you from decluttering thinking, I don't want to regret getting rid of anything, so I better hold on to everything. That is really not going to serve you in the end, as much as I hate to say it. That's the truth. I started really benefiting once I got rid of a large volume of stuff. All right, I only have one colander, which absolutely fine to have only one. I have one rolling pin. I only have one pitcher. This is something that I think I used to have 3 or 4 of at one point. I love just having one. It's beautiful. I feel like you can really kind of up the quality once you start only keeping one. So you keep your nicest one or your favorite one or the most expensive one or the one attached to favorite memories, and then you really get to highlight it. So this is my favorite picture. This is the one I kept, and I've had it for years, no problems, no breaks or chips, and I am fine refilling that at dinner. I think again, we start thinking, oh my gosh, I'm picturing this large dinner party, people are coming. What if I run out of lemonade on the table? You just refill. It's no big deal. So I feel like we think that the pinch that we're gonna be in is gonna be a lot worse than it actually is. So that's something really helpful also. I only have one vase for flowers. I put every single flower that I get in here. My husband knows this is our only vase, so he only buys long stem flowers. Here is a look at all the things that I only own one of. It's so nice to have a simplified kitchen. The only thing that, like I said, I think I'll get another one of eventually is a potato peeler. And I would love to keep the other hook attachment whenever that one poops out and I buy another one. But I am functioning so well, I can cook all kinds of food with just one of each of these things. If you're really worried, thinking I just cannot get rid of this stuff in my kitchen, I'm too nervous, I'm gonna need it, I'm gonna regret it, whatever that is, pack it up. Just live with one of each of these items or whatever you choose for a month or 2 months. Pack up the rest. See if you can gain some confidence just by doing that. And then once you've realized, oh my gosh, I can make all my favorite foods with these one single items, then you might feel a little bit more empowered and getting rid of the duplicates might seem not so bad. I have another video here on the screen to help you along your decluttering journey. I will see you over there.